Hey everyone, it's Bird the Beer Ogre, and I'm here to this my review for Materialists, the new film directed by Celine Song, and starring Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and also Pedro Pascal in the lead roles. Now, one of my favorite films in the last 5 years or so was Past Lives. Past Lives was a very romantic, very dramatic, and very observational film. You see a lot of scenes from far away, almost like a fly on the wall, viewing the relationship of pretty much three individuals. Materialist feels exactly the opposite. It's a very intimate, very close-up look at, again, two or three relationships, however you want to count. And it's very interesting because Past Lives is about, fate and also like what ifs and, what could have been. Whereas Materialist is very much business-like. I don't know if I love that, but obviously the story is the way that it is, and I give the film a 7.5 out of 10. It does remind me of filmmakers like James L. Brooks and Cameron Crowe in terms of its viewpoints on love and romance in general, and just the way it looks. This movie is a very beautiful film to look at. The sets are nice, the cinematography is very incredible. I think it shows New York City almost a European way, which was kind of nice. The performances are decent. It's just that, I don't know, maybe it's just society's viewpoints on love nowadays or dating in general. I kind of had moments in this film where I was kind of a little bit sad as to why people are viewing love and viewing relationships and viewing dating in this kind of manner. Now, I want to preface by saying that I am a hopeless romantic. I love romance films. I grew up watching a lot of Thumber Cinema romance movies, and I love rom-coms in general, so that's why maybe I view love, relationships, and dating in a different kind of manner. Now, for the most part, this film is very, a commodity-based movie in terms of its viewpoints on love and relationships and dating. Obviously, the main character, played by Dakota Johnson, is this matchmaker, and she kind of has to go through the dating pool for individuals in almost like a job interview kind of manner. And there are some great scenes where you see the ridiculousness in what people are trying to expect in a relationship. I think that maybe it's modern day society, or maybe it was always like this, but I feel like people shouldn't look at things by just height, weight, facial structure, jobs, where you live, what car you drive, what's your background in terms of culture, whatever. Love is an inner thing. Love is something you can't help. You can't really understand why you love someone or, at some point in time. Love is unpredictable and unexplainable. Now, in terms of Dakota Johnson's love interest, we see the dichotomy of these individuals in terms of their standing in, society, and also what they offer towards our main character. Pedro Pascal is the suave, very rich, very understanding individual, and Chris Evans is a very nice individual as well, but he is on the opposite end in terms of economic status. Now, does that mean he's a bad person for her? No, it's just that society views him a little bit differently. As the movie progresses, as Dakota Johnson's character is doing these interviews, as she's looking at the camera, it's almost like her character is talking to the audience in terms of how we should view love and how we shouldn't have, almost this job interview or job description kind of value in terms of love. Now, obviously, love is not based around materialistic things. We shouldn't view love in that kind of manner. Love is more grander, more, soul-based than whatever someone is able to provide you economically or maybe physically, so on and so forth. I think The Materialists has some very good ideas within it. I just feel like there's a lot of things happening in this movie. What I did appreciate is that the commodity kind of viewpoint in love is kind of shedded away as the film progressed, because that was probably the thing that irked me a little bit more, that like people are viewing love in this kind of manner. But I digress. Obviously that is the kind of world that dating is in probably New York City or just in general. But yeah, I feel like Materialists is a pretty decent sophomore attempt from Celine Song. I kind of wish it were a little bit better. The performances are decent, but I felt like the chemistry between Dakota Johnson and Pedro Pascal wasn't really there. Maybe that was on purpose, but I just felt like it felt a little awkward watching them on screen together at times. The dramatic portions are not as good as Past Lives. I'll say that outright. I feel like This is a little bit of a step down in terms of the drama. Romance-wise, I would say that Materialists is on par with Past Lives. Cinematography-wise, this is a very beautiful film to look at. But yeah, I don't know. There is something missing here, and I just can't pinpoint it. But it's a decent sophomore offering. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. I just hope that people don't view relationships and dating in this kind of manner. Yes, certain things are important, and you can work towards those things, but like, please don't look at people as almost like a product. People are not products. People are people, like Dakota Johnson's character says in this movie. Treat people with respect. If you don't like someone, say it outright. If you do like someone, say it outright. But also, give people a chance. And even if it doesn't work out, okay, at least you gave a shot or a chance. Or if you don't want to, go about things in a more natural and kind of like go with the flow kind of way, cool. But I just hope that, dating and relationships in general, for the majority of the people after watching this movie, I hope people will understand a little bit better as to what they want in life, and how even if they don't get 100% of what they want, they still find what is really important at the end of the day, is that care, affection, and that connection that you find with another individual, regardless if they make $1 million or 50,000 in a year. But yeah, that's just my opinion. 7.5 out of 10. Go watch them whenever you can.